G'day everybody, my name is Gareth, and of course, happy Easter. I've got my little friend. This is the official bunny. If you have him on your lap, he'll give you the most delicious chocolate eggs you've ever had. I mean, they're dark, but they're actually not chocolate, it's actually poo. The guy can't help himself, everybody. He just poos like it's the 4th of July. Fireworks in the sky, bam, 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 bam. Poo everywhere. It's so exciting. Guys, we're doing a quick little video regarding the Easter Bunny. This little guy right here. Just take a look at him. He's so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Look at you. Look at his little ears. My goodness, he likes those little tickles. In Australia, which is where I live, a little while ago, the people in charge of Easter, is that even a thing? I don't know. But the people in charge of Easter tried to change the Easter Bunny and get rid of the Easter Bunny and replace it with this thing right here. Well, that's still the Easter Bunny, but this is what we're talking about. This is the Easter Bilby. And this is a rare, hopefully not going extinct someday, but possibly could. It's an animal that's kind of like the bunny rabbit. Well, at least they tried to get that association thing working. The people in charge tried to, at least, but it didn't quite work out, unfortunately. Let's go a little bit into more detail. So obviously when it's Easter, we always, well, obviously religion. We're not going to be talking about religion in this video. We're just going to make it a nice little simple topic about this guy, bunny rabbits. But of course, when it's Easter, going down the chocolate path conversation, of course, at least, this guy is something you would find in the shops. Hopefully not this one. God, honestly, that's made of nightmares. Just forget you saw that. Wow, what the hell is that? I'm gonna get rid of that one. But when you go to the shops and it's Easter, obviously they're selling chocolate eggs. Everybody is Donald Trump and the Easter Bunny. Woohoo, everybody! Doesn't get much more fun than that. Just like Donald Trump with his border wall, Australia actually tried to build a rabbit-proof fence. Did you know about that, buddy? Hang on, face this way. Yes, Australia tried to build a rabbit-proof fence to keep the pests out. Just like Donald Trump. I thought that was a pretty good reference. But yeah, a little while ago, shops started selling these Easter Bilbies. Now, if you're an Australian, you'll probably remember this. But they don't do it anymore. And this is the story about what happened and all that stuff. Let's just get straight into it. Here we go. So, rabbits in Australia. I think we should probably start our story from the beginning. Don't you reckon, buddy? I think we should. Let's start from the beginning. European rabbits. Where are we? European rabbits were introduced to Australia in the 18th century with the first fleet, and eventually became widespread. Such wild rabbits populations are a serious, they're a serious pest. What's that one? Mammalian. What does that even mean? I don't know, but they're a serious mammalian pest and invasive species in Australia, causing millions of dollars worth of damage to crops. It's very true. It's unfortunate, but it is true. So, their spread have been enhanced through the emergence of strong crossbreeds. Wow. That basically means there's been a lot of rabbit sex, and I'm talking about a lot. So, that's good food for thought. Various methods in the 20th century have been attempted to control the Australian rabbit population. Conventional methods including shooting rabbits and destroying their warrens, which is their little nests, I'm guessing. But these had only limited success. Now, in 1907, a rabbit-proof fence, which is something we just talked about. This is the rabbit-proof fence. Now, actually, a really interesting, famous Australian movie called The Rabbit-Proof Fence was actually made. I've seen it many years ago. I don't really remember what it was about. Aboriginal people and stuff like that. But yeah, a rabbit-proof fence was built in Western Australia in an unsuccessful attempt to contain the rabbits. The Myxomoxa, what's that one?
Myxoma virus.
The myxoma virus, which causes myxomatosis. Is that right?
Myxomatosis.
Myxomatosis.
W.
So this nasty virus, which causes myxomatosis, was introduced into the rabbit population in the 1950s, and had the effect of severely reducing the rabbit population. Some people are going to be happy about that. Some people would not be happy about that. But however, the survivors, the rabbit survivors, have since adapted to this virus, and they've practically recovered their previous numbers. So you hear that, little guy? Your relatives in and around the Australian mainland are coming back in numbers. That must be good news for you. Congratulations. How's my bunny ears, by the way? So, as a result of this, the Easter bunny people decided to start making Easter Bilby rabbit chocolate. It's not a rabbit, it's an Easter Bilby. This creature right here. This is an Australian native species, as we've said, and not we, but the certain Australian people, he just thumped everybody. Certain Australian people in the Easter, making egg situation, they decided to try and remove the Easter bunny and, maybe not fully remove it, but at least adapt a new version of the Easter bunny, as we've said, the Easter Bilby. Now, this little guy, as we've said, is an Australian species, and he's not doing so good. Potentially, hopefully not, but potentially going extinct someday. So we'll talk a little bit about the Easter Bilby and people's efforts. My ears are going weird. People's efforts to try and raise more awareness regarding the Easter Bilby and the Bilby in general, and to get kids loving the Bilby instead of the bunny. Let's just talk about it quickly. I wish there was a happy ending regarding this, but as we've said, the Easter Bilby egg situation isn't a very happy situation. Let me talk to you guys why that is. Here we go. The Easter Bilby is an Australian alternative to the Easter bunny. So, origin. Bilbies are a native Australian marsupials that are endangered, and to raise money and increase awareness of conservation efforts, Bilby-shaped chocolates and related merchandise are sold within many stores throughout Australia as an alternative to the Easter bunnies, I should say. The first documented use of the Easter Bilby concept was in March 1968, when a 9-year-old girl, Rose Marie Dusting, wrote a story, Billy, the Aussie Easter Bilby, which she published as a book 11 years later. Wow, I wish I could have been a smart 11-year-old like that girl. What the hell? She wrote the book officially 11 years later, but she came up with the story when she was what, 11? 9? Oh my goodness! What are you doing with your life? Going back to the story. So 11 years later, when she was 9, now she's 11 years older. What is that? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. 21? Something like that. She released a story. The story helped catalyze the public's interest in saving the Bilby. Now, in 1991, Nicholas Newland from the Foundation for Rabbit Free Australia also developed the idea of the Easter Bilby to raise awareness about the environmental damage that feral rabbits cause, and to replace the Easter bunny with true native wildlife. So that's what they tried to do. They pretty much tried, kind of unsuccessfully, to change the Easter bunny into the Easter Bilby, which would have been an Australian thing. Nowhere else in the world would have done it, but just Australia. We will continue. The first chocolate Easter Bilbies were sold at the Wahroonga Sanctuary when it was owned by John Walmsley. Is that right, Walmsley? We can go a little bit deeper into this. Where are we? So for 3 years, here's my face, everybody. For 3 years prior to 2018, Cadbury donated $10,000 per year to save the Bilby Fund. You hear that, Mr. Rabbit? They were trying to save the Bilbies, which is good. But how do you feel about that? What about the rabbits, everybody? And although they were not an official partner. As of 2018, the Cadbury Bilbies were discontinued, resulting in major supermarkets, Coles and Woolworths, not stocking any chocolate Bilbies. Wow. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to say here. As of 2017, consumers were urged to buy chocolate Bilbies with a green tag, right? Now, this signifying that the sale raises funds for the Bilby, the Australian Bilby. Nevertheless, research has shown that throughout the last decade, the concept of the Easter Bilby has seen decreased interest in Australia, as shown by online searches and mentions in major newspapers. This, coupled with changes in the Australian chocolate industry, including the decision of Cadbury and Darrelly to stop making chocolate Bilbies, has meant that the Easter Bilby is increasingly a niche product. Wow, that's kind of shitty. Removed from mainstream Australian culture. What? How does that make you feel, buddy? How does that make you feel? Oh my goodness, he's getting a little frisky there. Okay, so removed from mainstream Australian culture. In 2019, get ready for this. 2019, Cadbury announced it will no longer make the chocolate Bilbies, and no major supermarkets carried them. Wow, that's sad. That's sad. I will say this. I remember seeing this as a kid. I did see chocolate Bilbies as a kid, or early teenager in the shops, and I remember thinking to myself, why on earth are they doing that? I was probably one of the people who didn't buy them. I was definitely like, well, why would you change an industry? Why would you change the Easter Bunny rabbit and start making Bilbies? I was kind of against it. Now that I'm older, I probably should have supported that cause. I like bunnies. I like bunny rabbits. But they are obviously causing a lot of trouble and harm to Australian wildlife with their burrows. And, they're just multiple bunnies. They're just constantly, what's the word, They're just constantly getting jiggy with it, with other, with other bunny rabbits. And they're just causing an absolute muck in Australia. So, yeah, they tried. They tried their best to change the culture, in Australia at least, with the Easter bunny and the Easter Bilby. And this is what the chocolates used to look like. We're not even showing it for some reason, but this is what the chocolates used to look like. And they were cool looking things. But I could be wrong, but I've not seen any in my shops, at least my Woolworths and Coles this year. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but basically it says though that they're not really doing it anymore. Maybe some places still have them, I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was a really interesting story. And when would I tell the story? Well, obviously Easter. Let's put this little thing on the bunny. What do you reckon? This is probably the best time to tell the story. Who's got the bigger ears? There we go, put that ear there. Let's put that ear there. Look at that! Oh my God, that is so cute. I used to have a rabbit. It was a white rabbit. And I even put a photo on Instagram last year of me with my rabbit. I think it might have been last year. But it could have been 2 years ago now. God, time gets away. What's going on? But we used to take him out the back. We have a big back garden, but with long, tall fences. And, the fence went to the floor. And we honestly thought he couldn't get out. And we'd let him run around for, a day. Pick him up 4 or 5 hours later type thing. And he'd be cool. We'd bring him inside and put him back in his cage. But unfortunately, he escaped. And he must have went under the fence somehow. We made so many attempts to block underneath the fence, but unfortunately he got out. And obviously, if Western Australia built a rabbit-proof fence and that failed, well, obviously we're going to fail too. Rabbits are going to find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So that's been an interesting little story regarding the Easter Bilby. You people in America and England and whoever's watching this, please let me know down in the comments below where you're watching this video from. But yeah, obviously you guys wouldn't know much about that. This little guy's going crazy. You're going to go back to bed in a second. Guys, you guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Tallboy Gareth. But of course, we do have 2 channels on YouTube. Channel 1 with 22,000 plus subscribers, and of course, you know, Channel 2, that you're watching this right now on Channel 2. These 2 images are actually static images. We've actually got 500 plus subscribers now, even though it says 484. It's lying. Don't believe the lies. Guys, ring the bell for me. Guys, ring the bell for me, and I'll see you for tomorrow's video. See you guys, making daily videos. See ya, bye.